we wanted to do is we wanted to basically explain a little bit about the course and the reason being why you should join us for this exciting journey to become automation engineer. Okay, so let me share the screen so you'll understand a little bit more about who we are. Um, do you guys see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, fantastic. So we are QAMentor, global QA organization. So we are in testing only. We are a global software testing company. QA Cult, which is the Automation Training Institute. We acquired QA Cult a few months back last year. And what we decided is we decided to concentrate and establish a very advanced automation training program.
Can you
So this program which we built, we
one minute, Ruslan?
obviously take,
Can
yes,
everybody put on a mute so that Ruslan's voice is not echo?
Yes, sure.
mute it, and then you can speak up if you have questions. Yeah, that would be good. Thank you. Um, so what? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I think now it's better. Yeah. So what we did in the last few months, we revamped the whole program, and we made the program specifically concentrated around our automation framework. What I mean by our automation framework is the QAMentor framework, which serves many clients around the world. And that's the framework which we will teach you as part of this course. Now, the course is unique in its way because, first of all, it's 3.5 months. Many of the training centers, many of training universities, which they called, they have very short course, and the reason being is everybody wants to make money very quickly and very fast and have another course and another class, right? Why are we doing this? We're doing this not to make money. We're doing this to prep you, so potentially in the future you will help us out because expanding, we building more capabilities around automation and testing. And as a result of it, we want to train people on our framework, which we're serving many customers and clients. But we want to make sure that, you guys will get everything what we will train you. And it's not going to be an easy journey. There will be a lot of homeworks, a lot of assignments, a lot of things to do. It's not just very simple, easy going. You'll come and you visit trainings and you will think that you'll get everything. It's not simple. It's not easy. We're gonna teach you step by step. Starting from the basics of object-oriented programming and basics in Java in order for you to be able to build the automation framework and build mature framework. I mean, nowadays, everywhere you go, everybody asking for the automation skills on your resume, right? And many people showcasing automation skills on the resume. You would not believe how many people I'm interviewing on a daily basis for QAMentor, and everybody claiming that they have really strong knowledge of automation or they have experience 3 years of in automation using Selenium Java. But as a result of it, when we start interviewing them, they don't know much. When we give them assignments, they cannot write a simple script. So they know very little about the automation. So we're going to teach you and train you not just how to write the scripts, but how to think whether automation, for this organization or that organization is required, whether you can start automation or not yet, because there's a lot of prerequisites before you start on automation. And you will know how to calculate return on investment, ROI, because automation is all about ROI, right? Companies investing money to build scripts, but they want to get in return a very quick turnaround time on execution, right? So we're going to train and we're going to talk about this. We're going to teach everything. But the goal is not for you just to pass the interview. The goal is for you, after you pass the interview, be able to do your job as the automation engineers, right? The goal is for you to start scripting, to start asking the right questions right away, to start operating as an experienced QA engineer, okay, not as a junior automation engineer. So within this 3.5 months, there will be lots of practical exercises, but the most important thing, which other training institutions are missing, you guys will have ability to do a real projects for the clients. So we supporting 56 different automation projects for different clients around the world. So you guys will have a chance to participate with us and support the real clients. And then these projects which you supported, you would be able to put on your resume. You would be able to go on the interview and explain what you did as part of the automation. And you will put QAMentor there as a training institution. Everybody knows QAMentor around the world because that's a global brand. We all over the world, we've been recognized by many different companies around the world and publications and magazine. CIO Application Magazine included us in the top 10 automation testing solution providers back in 2018. Various of different, publications and magazines in India, worldwide, Europe, US, UK, named us among top 10, top 15, top 20 software testing providers. Okay. So it's pretty significant. So you will get our certification as well, which will means a lot. When people hear, guys were trained by QAMentor, it means a lot. So I'm gonna show you something here. This is our QA University, right? In QA University, you have lots of trainings, e-learning trainings on different topics. We are the only company who trains somebody in 30 days how to become a QA tester in 30 days, right? We wrote this book, How to Become a QA Tester in 30 Days, 500 pages documents, okay? We train over 5,000 people, on how to become a QA engineer. We are the only service provider on how to become a performance engineer. Okay, we have the entire performance testing, work stream in terms of how to become a performance engineer, and then automation, which is the most hottest topic right now. We're gonna train and teach you from A to Z, so you guys would be able to jump in and start working for any client, for any customer. And the most important thing is we want you to be very, very strong in automation, because potentially we want to offer you a job. Now, there is no guarantee, and I'm a founder and CEO of QAMentor. So from my mouth, obviously, I'm not guaranteeing anybody the job unless you will prove your capabilities, and that's the reason why we're going to give you sample real projects, so you're going to participate with our automation engineers on those projects, and you're going to work on those projects, and we're going to see the way you work. We're going to see if you learned what we were giving you, during the 3.5 months, and we're going to see the results. We're going to see how good you are. Again, it's a pretty long journey, 3.5 months. And that's the reason why I said, we need this time in order to properly train you. Because again, position to make money. I'm in a position to train people for the future. So you, anywhere you go to, let's say, if not QAMentor, then some other organization, they will say, oh, wow, you guys just came from the training and you're already building frameworks, you're already building scripts, you're already calculating ROI, you already know what to do. I mean, that's the idea behind this, because people all over will know who QAMentor is all about. Again, trainings is one of our services. If you look at our website, training is just one of 32 services which we offer as part of the quality assurance and testing. You see, this is all of our services, okay? All of our services which we offer. So training is just a little bit of it, right? So there is a big difference where you go somewhere and somebody training you with just few years of experience, or you will get training from automation architect, with 12 plus years of experience, who wrote number of different frameworks. And I will be also training in some of the lectures, discussing and explaining number of things about automation, because automation is not just about building the scripts. Okay, for example, I'm going to show you something. So one of the article which I wrote for CIO magazine is automate or not to automate. Okay, so we go here. So, because in certain cases, you don't need to automate. There is no point of automating. And you have to be brave to say, guys, you're not ready for the automation yet. Okay? So many, many, many different articles. One article I wrote in Forbes magazine about automation in terms of the strategy for agile, because nobody can automate user stories with the same sprint, because it's very tough, it's very difficult. And what's the strategy around? How can you still be able to automate things when you have 2-week sprints or 1-week sprint? How can you still keep up with the maintenance, with the automation? So all of this, nobody will ever teach you. People teaching you and training you in those centers, Java basics, but not really strategy, not really strategic things. So this is what you will learn as well along the way. So again, fantastic course all around. I meet who will be instructor, the main instructor, and I will pop up on some of the training sessions together with him, explaining certain areas, certain things. We want to make you guys successful, to build really career, because we don't want you to be same as other, people on the market who claims to be an automation engineer, and they cannot really pass the interview, or they cannot even create a script. Okay, you're going to be put into the groups. I'll show you groups. Just 1 second. Senior guys. Just 1 second. Where the senior guys will explain you certain things. Like we have this big team for one of the projects, Assist Automation, right? We will provide you explanations. What is wrong in case you will have these things incorrectly done. We're gonna monitor. We're gonna see the way you guys building scripts, right? So our technical guys, very closely and try to explain things to you. What is not correct? What should be done differently? On the real thing. It's not like you're gonna test some dummy application. You're gonna test the real thing for our customers and clients who pays money. We want you to work in the real environment, during this education process. It's not like any other schools which you go to and you waste the money. You pay maybe a little less, $300, but this money is totally wasted. Okay, you gain nothing out of this. You can't believe how many people come to us and they said, Ruslan, we wasted so much money and now we don't have the money. Can you give us a discount? We don't know nothing. We just wasted 2 months studying and we don't know nothing. So it's very, very important for you guys to make a decision. If you decided to invest in yourself, invest in your future career, invest to be to compete with others, because right now, again, every job requirements, as you know, everybody looking for automation engineers, automation skills, Java Selenium, C Sharp Selenium, Python Selenium, for the most part, JavaScript, yeah, sometimes, protractor, right? Various of different things, but the most common technology on the market is what we're gonna teach you, right? That's the combinations. Java Selenium, that's the strongest one. This is where everybody wants, and this is what people are asking. People sending tons of emails, resumes to them. I mean, we're receiving tons of resumes. Like if you go on LinkedIn. Um, people asking, I'm the automation engineer. Oh, I'm sorry. See, so this is the person. No, I have not got a chance to work with Python language, but language is not a barrier for me. I can learn a language in a week, including an assignment as a proof. So, looking for the automation, lots of positions on the automation, which we have. So again, it will be up to you to demonstrate and showcase whether you guys good or not. And we're gonna see this. Who is the instructor will provide the feedback on every single one of you. Okay, so the doors are always open for you to join us, but at the same time, you will be very marketable on the market as well, resumes, and to find a job nowadays, because you're going to be much stronger than anybody else who finished the training course. Why are you going to be much stronger? Because you will have those methodologies which we're going to train you, which no other company trains you on. You need to have a lot of years of experience to understand strategies around this. Again, not just scripting. Automation is properly planning, coming up with the strategies, with methodologies. I'm going to show you one service right now, which we offer, which is the automation framework services. Let me just show you one thing. Where is it? Just 1 second. Automation framework design services. You see, look, consultancy and strategy, automation feasibility, strategy, return on investment assessment, tool evaluation, proof of concept, framework design, right, and customization, because there are different types of frameworks and advanced level frameworks, for people who are not technical, so they will just operate and execute the scripts, maintenance and how to maintain script, how to keep up, with the scripting, various of different types of, industry focus, because there's certain automation for e-commerce application versus payment systems versus the back-end verification and validation. So there's multiple different things when it comes to automation testing, right? So various of different strategies. We're going to teach you, what's the benefits of a solid automation framework, and why you really need it, right? But the most important, you will understand, how you're going to feed yourself in the automation cycle, because for the most part nowadays, people will not just requiring you automation, but you also will participate in building manual test cases and then automating and converting those into the automation scripts. We'll be able to determine if the automation scripts fails, why they failed. Is it because of the defect, or is it because some of the objects, properties of the object changed, and that's caused scripts to fail, right? Because it's all about regression testing. You need to run this quickly, or it will be run automatically by executing this job from Jenkins. and then you'll see the report, you'll see the results. So everybody wants to see what is the status. You have 10,000 scripts, and 10% of the scripts failed. Why they failed? Is it because developer made mistake in the code, or it's failed because your script needs maintenance now and something got changed? So you need to very quickly realize and understand. So your scripts, your reports needs to be very intuitive in terms of the detail capturing and detail information. We're gonna discuss about automation framework, and how to structure it, how to integrate this with various of different third-party solutions, like cloud-based solutions like Browser Stack, Source Labs, right? Many companies don't have sophisticated labs, so they integrate with those, solutions. So we're going to talk about all of this, right? We're going to talk about test automation approach in Agile, how you can keep up with the new features when you move from one sprint to another sprint. How can you really plan to automate things and be able to support Agile and Scrum implementations, right? So we're going to talk about all of this stuff, right? We're going to talk about different tools and strategies and, what to do and when to do at what point of time. So lots of good things we're going to cover during this 3.5 months. So plenty of learning, and that's why it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and we're going to be very demanding. We want you to learn. We don't want you just to waste time. As I said, I'm not doing this for the money. This is nothing, to get. I mean, you guys paying, it's like pennies. I mean, for you, maybe it's a little, but this is really, if you look at the US trainings, in US, people for the automation, we charge them 5-6 times more in US, right? So we launched this program for India because me before, Ruslan, when you're gonna create this program, when you're gonna do this very, economical and not very expensive program, when? We finally did it, okay? And we finally provided this to the Indian audience, okay? So, this is the great opportunity to learn with us and be prepared for the market, for the competition, because right now it's not easy to find a job. Everybody wants very technical skill set, and when you go in the interview and when you will tell that I was part of the projects in the automation and I know how to build a framework. Actually, I learned QAMentor Framework, which they utilized for their clients. And they said, oh, really? Can you help us? Can you explain us what that framework is all about? You said, of course. I cannot even explain you. I will show you how it works and how to apply this framework, right? So you coming prepared already with the framework in hands and with the ability to build scripts. So that's the idea. That's the goal. So you're going to be out there competing with other people, but you will have no competition because you're going to be much stronger than they are. Okay. So any questions, guys? I opening this floor for any questions which you might have. Please don't be shy, ask questions so we can address any of those questions from your side.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Gaurav.
Yeah, hi, Rashan. Wonderful presentation. Like my query was that new to this IT field. Like I'm from a telecommunication background.
Okay.
So the current situation, I'm a migrant to the Canadian market, quite new to this IT field, right?
Okay. Got it. So
So
you
like
to IT, you never heard anything about testing before, right? Quality assurance testing is not something which you know, correct?
no, not at all. I did my BTech in computer science and engineering. I know about the OOPS or I studied C++ as one of the subjects.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
So right, so
my honest opinion for you is number one, you need to build fundamental understanding of quality assurance and testing. Okay, that's initial step first.
okay,
Okay, after you complete this, because you need this basic, you need this foundation. It will be difficult because people will not just ask you automation related questions, they will be asking you QA related questions in general. So without that, you're going to college, but before you go to college, you got to go to school. So that's the same thing. You got to study the basics of QA. So my recommendation for you is first to get this very, very inexpensive course online. This is a course, How to Become QA Tester in 30 Days. Now, this is a video course. Okay, it has a book. It has 45 lectures. It has everything. Okay, so it's
okay,
cost $299, right? And you will get everything first. And in 30 days, if you really study hard, it has everything, all the tutorials, everything. Then after this, you would need to take this our course because you will not be ready at this point of time. I don't want to waste your time and money right now because you need to have this prerequisite. You need to have this kind of understanding about testing first. Do you understand?
okay, right. So, like, if I will be going with this course, you suggest that I won't be able to cope up with this course, right? Like going through the automation testing.
Oh, no. You will learn automation testing. You will learn automation testing, but you cannot pass the interview because people will ask you not just the automation related questions. They will ask you the QA general questions as well. So you need to know what quality assurance is all about. You need to understand the QA process. You need to understand QA methodology because automation is like it's part of it. But without knowing the whole software development life cycle and the testing principles, it's going to be a little difficult for you to kind of understand this the whole picture. You still can take it. You still can take it, but you need additional layer of QA knowledge. Do you understand?
Yes, Pankaj.
Right. And sir, one more query. Like for the myths, there's a myth like, do we need to have a prior knowledge for this manual testing before going for the automation testing, or like this is all?
I mean, manual testing is different, obviously, but in any organization which you will be hired, you might be ending up doing manual testing as well. Do you understand? It's not going to be just you will be doing automation. People will assign you do manual testing, find defects, create test cases, and then automate things. Do you understand? And you will tell them, well, but I only know automation, and they will not believe that you only know automation because everybody who goes to the automation first learn manual testing. Do you understand?
Right. So, will that be a part of this course?
No, this will
If
not
I
be,
will,
the manual testing will not be part of this course. No, the manual testing basics, it's a part of the different course. So it's not going to be part of this course. This is purely, how to become the automation engineer. But it's a next level. So first you're a manual tester, the automation engineer. It's kind of the upgrade. It's one flight higher.
okay.
Sure, absolutely. Uh, so any other questions, guys?
Hi, Russell. Nikhil here. I'm also sailing in a same ship as Gaurav because I also have the same queries. My background is also very much different from uh, IT background. I'm having an electrical. I'm an electrical engineer.
Uh-huh.
So, not these my queries are same as Gaurav, so I got the answers, and will definitely look forward for this QA manual and the concept of QA, and then we'll proceed with this automation.
Correct. So this is my approach. This is how I recommend people to do. So first, you take the manual testing course. Now, when you take the manual testing course, you would be able to do manual testing, and you will be also part of our projects. You'll have this experience doing projects with us. And then you can find the job. Immediately after this course, you can start applying for the positions, and you will find manual job. So when you find manual job, you will start making money. Now, my recommendation is work maybe 3 to 6 months at the manual job, because this is the first job you will do. And only then you can start going into the automation field. Then you will have a better understanding. You will have a better knowledge of why there is a need for the automation. And then, you will be able to do it, and you will start making money, and you will make this investment. So it's very, very important. I would not over jump, like start automation career if I don't know anything about testing. It's not going to be very, very good approach. Do you understand? You still can do it. You can still do it, study manual testing, but ideally it should be the other way around. You should understand basics of manual testing, because, for example, test cases. Somebody will say, start building test cases and then start automating those test cases. And if you never know how to build test cases before manually, I mean, what are you going to do? You will not be able to do anything. So that's the whole point. You got to learn basics of QA first, and then you have to move into the automation training. And it will help you dramatically, because otherwise you're going to be lost,
Right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Can you, within this code, tools can be added for the manual testing, or do we need to take before pursuing with this course?
I'm thinking, it looks like there is a lot of you guys who don't know the manual skills, right? So I'm just thinking, because maybe we can combine, and we can add a layer of lectures first for the manual testing, okay? And then we'll add this automation. The thing is, we got to charge more money, for adding. It's like combined course. So it's going to cost, for you guys, it's going to cost more, so you will understand, right?
Right.
But the good thing will be is you will learn the right way, how to do the manual testing the proper way. And then you can move into the automation, because then it will be easy. You're going to write the manual test cases, and then you're going to automate those manual test cases. Do you understand? And that's what people are looking out there. If you're part of the Agile team, everything starts with the manual test case, right? Requirements is there. You're going to start analyzing requirements. Then you're going to start building manual test case. You're going to outline all the steps, all the validations. What are you going to enter here? What are you going to enter there? What are you going to click? And then you're going to execute this manually to find defects. And then if there is a defect, you're going to write the defect. You have to know how to document the defect, right? So all of those are basics. It's like 2 + 2 = 4. You got to know the basics in order to be successful and be able to find a really good job and start getting some really good salaries. Now, you guys will have a better advantages than anybody else in the field who just finished manual testing. Or many courses right now have manual and automation. It's combined course. The only problem is, because it's combined, everybody wants to get your money quickly and fast, in a short period of time. So they don't give automation very well, as we are doing. Do you understand? So if we're gonna put a layer of manual testing, you're gonna study, 4.5 months, minimum 4.5 months, and it's a long time. I mean, if you have patience
Yes.
and if you have time, because for manual you need at least 1 month to understand for the manual testing.
Yes. Yes. So with that, I suppose the road would be quite clear that we'll be getting a like at one place in a combined package. So we'll be starting with the manual testing and then moving ahead towards this automation course.
Correct. Yes, that's the right sequence. That's the right strategy for you guys. Otherwise, and I guaranteeing you, and I bet you, any other company you go to or training institutions, they will tell you, no, don't worry about manual. Just give me the money. Let's start the automation tomorrow. That's what they will say to you, and that's gonna be a lie. Do you understand? I never lie. I tell the
Yes.
truth. As I told you, I don't need your money. I want you to succeed, and help us out in the future. That's the goal. That's the idea. So you gotta learn basics. You gotta learn QA first, and then you will see yourself. You will feel strong that now QA. You can apply. You can find defects. You can start building test cases, manual test cases. You can execute. You can find defects for mobile testing, for web-based application testing. You're gonna do lots of other things, and then we're gonna give you the training on the automation. Okay, that's what is really required.
Like at what time we can expect to for the beginning of this course, at what time, or what will be the timings? And because Nikhil, I suppose, is currently in Canada and I being in India.
Yeah, so I mean, the timing will always be evening time in India. So in Canada, it will be morning time. Okay, so Amit, what time we set this timing
Gaurav,
for the
preferably 8 to
courses to
10
be?
p.m. is, I think, will be okay for everyone.
Amit?
Uh, Gaurav,
Yeah,
Gaurav,
what time we said
yeah,
we scheduled it to be?
preferably 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. will be suitable for everyone. I think so. It will
Yeah,
be
so that's
in Canada. It will be morning 8:30 or 7:30. I think.
But the thing is that,
Okay.
Amit sir, because Ruslan, he already told us to go with manual first and then we'll switch it to the automation. So are we going, me and Gaurav, as we are the new one, we are totally, uh, we just fresher, we can say that. So are we gonna join the same group as other are going, or?
no. We're gonna figure out, because right now we're trying to build a class, the course. So you guys not gonna be merged or put together with the same people who already know manual testing, right? Because there could be many manual testers already. They have 2 years, 3 years, 5 years of experience in testing, but they don't know automation. So you cannot be placed with those guys. Now, we place you with those guys when it comes to the automation course. Do you understand? So we figure out the schedule. We'll build the schedule accordingly. Do you understand? But those guys, for example, experienced guys in manual testing, they don't need to learn manual testing. So we'll figure out how many people without any knowledge of testing at all. We will see who those are, and we will build this group for those people. So we will start with the manual testing training first, and then we'll move into the automation testing.
So we
Okay?
will expecting you later on.
You will expect what? I'm sorry.
We will accepting your calls later on. So you will figure out a class and then we'll study on that manual cases.
Yeah, we will figure out, because again, we never combine classes together. I don't believe combining is a good thing, because I explained you why. Because you will get lesser education on automation, right? Now here we're gonna do it, and I'm thinking how we're gonna do it, because maybe I will teach you quickly fast, where somebody might take you 20 lectures to study manual testing. I will do this in a much shorter duration because I know exactly what you need. Okay, so I'll figure out,
Yes.
because I need to look my schedule, and I need to see how many people will be there. Maybe I will teach and help you guys out, to speed up this automation course so you can start much quicker and faster. But first, we got to do it. And what I would suggest you also to try, so you can see the way you work. If you go to QAMentor University, I'm going to show you my screen right now. I want you to take this core test. There is a quiz there, okay? This is for new people who never done anything. So there is a course. If you go to the e-learning section, e-learning, you see QAMentor.com, then you go QA University, and then you go to e-learning, right? And then, actually, this is a new website, sorry. We're going to the older website. I was testing the new website. We're going to launch new website very soon. So sorry about that. We're going to go to the older website, which is this. And I'll show you what to do. And you can try. So free quiz, 50 basic questions on software QA and testing. I want you, those of you who never done QA or anything, just try this. And register. It's free of charge. Try and do the test. Now, after we complete the manual testing, after we complete the manual course, and I guaranteeing you, you're all gonna get more than 90%. Okay, I guaranteeing you this. You're gonna get more than 90% on this. Okay, so
How
try.
early we can sign for this course, so that for the month, my availability is there, and I suppose Nikhil is also on. So if we can start with the manual testing in the month of March, we shall be ready for this automation by end of.
I think mid of April you will be ready. So it's gonna be, we're gonna start. But the thing is, we need to find more. We need to find more people at your level. Do you understand? We would not be able to do it just with 2 people. We need to have at least 10 people minimum to start the group. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Do you understand?
Okay.
So we're looking right now. I mean, we're forming a class for experienced people who knows QA already. So there is already a pipeline of those students who are ready, and we're gonna start. Now, you guys a little different category. You don't have experience in QA. So first, you need to learn QA, and that's where we were not. We didn't think you're part of this category, because majority of the people, they already know QA, and they already been in QA for several years. And because the market now demands automation, everybody starts going into the training for the automation. Do you understand? So that's the thing. Okay. So we're gonna get back to you very quickly. We need to figure out. So next week we're gonna figure out. We're gonna start, and we'll tell you. Okay, we'll tell you next week the schedule for this manual testing course first. Okay. So there's 2 options. One option is you're gonna study on your own. Okay, you're gonna get this course. You're gonna buy this course. You're gonna study on your own. You're gonna do the lectures. You're gonna do the exercises. Okay, it's a beautiful course. I mean, you can study on your own with instructions, right? So, for example, I'm gonna show you first lecture. Like,
Quick intro. According to the logic law, each item is either P or not P. There are no other alternatives. For example, if you have a Visa card ending with 1, 2, 3, 4, any object in the universe will be either your Visa card ending with 1, 2, 3, 4, or not. Imagine that you stand at the assembly line where certain objects come to you one by one. Your task is simple: to expect the appearance of your Visa card ending with 1, 2, 3, 4, and confidently.
So you guys can look. I mean, you see, this is lecture explanation. So I think again, and this is all depends. Some people can do this study themselves. As I told you, more than 5,000 people bought this from us. This is self-study. You're gonna get the book and you're gonna get this lectures, 45 lectures. Some others, they prefer instructor-led course where instructor is teaching them. The instructor is teaching them. Now, this option, it's much quicker and easier because it all depends on you. You're going to cover more lectures, you're going to cover more chapters, you're going to be much quicker and faster prepared, right? If you don't have that much time, you're going to go slower, right? You're going to go slower. Now, with the instructor-led course, we're going to meet 3 times a week, about 2 hours each, okay, session. And that's another option, okay, where it's instructor-led. So again, I don't know what you prefer or what is a possibility for you, but which one would you guys prefer? Would you prefer self-study or with instructor? Excuse me?
I would prefer with instructor delivered lectures.
Okay, with instructor. Okay. Okay. What about other guys? What would you prefer?
Same, the instructor based.
Instructor based. Okay. Okay. And Gagan, you didn't mention anything. I mean, do you have any QA experience, or you also new to QA?
Yes, I have been into the QA for the last 7 to 8 years, but I have been into manual testing. So I wanted to join this session. So as Gaurav and Nikhil would like to start with the manual testing, so I can join later on when the automation part starts.
Got it. Understood. So you see, yeah. So Gagan is same as many other people, been around for a while, experience. Experience functional, manual tester, but now need to gain automation skills, right? Because everybody needs and requesting, and you want to be able to, continue your growth, career growth, and stay at your job, right? Because people who doesn't know automation, they have some problems nowadays, right? Good. So you are at the different sort of group, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
no problem. Understood. So okay. So do you have any questions relating to the automation course?
Yeah, just one question. Is there any prerequisite like I need to start with the any study of the language or OOPS concept before jumping into the automation classes, or everything will be covered in the course itself?
Gagan?
Yeah, everything will be covered in the course. And
Yeah.
yes, go ahead, Amit. You want to explain this, but everything we will teach from scratch. That's the purpose of it. So you don't need to know any prerequisites. Absolutely nothing. No ops, concepts. Absolutely nothing. We're gonna teach from the beginning, from A to Z. We're gonna train first in Java, and then we move into Selenium part, where we're gonna explain everything, how to build the framework, how to write script and everything. But initially, we're going to teach and train you OOPS concepts and all of this good stuff in Java.
Okay, that answered my query.
Okay. Anything else you might think of, or any other questions?
No, I'll go to through the curriculum first, and if there are any query, I'll get back to you.
Sure. In your organization right now, where you work, are they doing any automation?
I'm working in a Chandigarh IT Park, I guess, where Amit sir used to work in the Basware itself.
Where you used to work?
Basware, it's a Finland-based organization located in
But are you
Chandigarh,
right now there?
in India.
You
IT.
still work?
Pardon?
Ruslan, it's
Are you still working there?
Yeah, I'm still working with the Bossware.
Okay, but are they using any automation? Are they implemented any automation in your team?
Yeah, there is a different team of automation, but I am into the manual team, so I just want to, as you know, the market demands going with automation. So I need to upgrade myself with the automation testing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good. I mean, you keeping up. So that's really good because you can apply and you're already working, so you can start applying automation skills right at your job, right? Implementing your manual test cases, you will automate them, right? So that's a good thing because you already got the job. It's much better. You're in a much better situation because you can apply your skills immediately at the job.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. So, guys,
So
any other questions from your side? So, I understand. I mean, we kind of have these two groups. One person is experienced with QA, and that's exactly what I was, expecting. Many people in the same category, but here, two of you guys, have no idea about QA at all. So we're gonna, train you, and we need to get you to that level to understand what QA is all about, and then why automation is important nowadays, and why automation needs to be there. In as the arsenal for the testing professionals. You know. Okay, so we will get back to you guys on when manual testing will start, and for you. Gagnon, we might start the group, much sooner, so maybe even in a week, because we have plenty of other students in the same boat like you, 5 years of experience, 3 years of experience. So we would be able to start automation. So you don't need to wait for the other guys, manual guys, for them to get up to speed. You're gonna start with another group, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll discuss with the timings with the Amit sir with respect to India as I'm having my job timing, daily job timing. So I should the time should be suitable for me to attend the classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So, any other questions? Anything you guys want to know, or
yes, like Amit sir, we can talk regarding like further this if we gather up with some more people new to this testing.
Yeah,
Hello.
we're gonna find and we're gonna put you together. We're gonna form the class. We're gonna form the group. So you guys will join both of them. I mean, both of you will join the other crew. Okay, together. Again, I cannot promise you when we're gonna start because we were not really in a position to start the manual trainings. For the manual trainings, we have e-learning. Do you understand? We have this e-learning course. We don't do this manual trainings. But because now, I mean, because you need this in order to get to the automation, then I said, we will teach you. Okay, we will teach you. We'll do the exception and we'll teach you.
Ruslan, like, can it be done that way, like some one module or like you discussing about the layer which can be added to this automation course, so that like we can do those things whichever are necessary to pursue with this course. Like as you told earlier that you will be starting from the scratch for the.
Correct. Let me show you for the manual what you really need to know. Let me just show you.
Yes, so like only those things, like if it can be added like as a layer to this course, we can start with people.
No, it's not just one chapter for the manual. I mean, there is much more than just one chapter. Do you understand? That's the problem. Let me just show you something. 1 second. What's happened? Here. So this is really what we need to cover as part of the manual testing. So number one is importance of static testing. This is how to test requirements. Then we're going to talk about test planning, how to build test plans, how to provide estimation, how to build test plan strategy, then how you guys got to build smart test cases. Then we're going to cover all the different types of testing. They're all around 50 different types of testing, and in what situations to apply them. Then you need to learn how to work with the test management tools. So we're going to talk about some tools like Jira, Zapper, some of the test trail, where you will logging defects, where you're going to put the test cases. You need to understand that first. And then you're going to talk, we're going to work with the reporting, because you need to provide updates on your progress, different metrics, how many defects identified, how many test cases executed, how many pass, how many fail, all of these metrics, right? Then we're going to talk about some technical testing as well. What is database testing? What is API testing? What is XML? You need to understand a little bit of those. Then you will know how to write the completion report. So you finish the project, you got to write test completion report. What are you going to put in this report, right? And then you're going to start finding defects. So about nine lectures, that's 3. So maybe in 3-4 weeks, we're going to finish this 9 lectures. So about a month you need to do manual for this course. Okay, so this is a must. Without this, you cannot do anything else. Those are the topics which we need to cover as part of the manual course. Okay.
Right. So, this course, you can say, like, to go for the automation, right?
That's correct.
So,
That's correct.
So we can always discuss with Amit sir, if it can be done on a fast track or something like that. Like, we'll wait for your call then. We are eager to pursue with this, but
yeah, I will let you know. We will discuss internally with Amit, and we will figure out what to do in this case. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Any other questions, guys?
No, thank you, Ashwin, for the nice presentation and the briefing the complete course curriculum.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable, because I feel so bad. I speak with so many people in India, and a lot of disappointed people. They wasted so much money paying, going somewhere else, and they don't know nothing. They don't learn anything at all, and it's really bad. It's really bad what's happening in India. Very unqualified instructors, very unqualified training out there. It's all made to steal money and make money, but not really truly teach somebody with a quality training program. You understand? We want to design programs so you guys can be part of us in the future. So we don't need to train you anymore. You will be trained here and then ready to work. And then we have enough projects. Instead of me going outside and hire people, I'm gonna get you in and start paying you money. Do you understand? That's the idea behind this program. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So thank you so much. We will let you know the next steps. Okay.
Okay, Ashwin, it's very great to talk to you.
Okay. Thank you, Ashwin. Have a good day.
Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice weekend, guys.